up, what up? What's good, what's good, what's good? What's poppin'? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. About to bring y'all that heat today, okay? This video is a warning for all the guys that think they don't need game, that they don't need to understand the game. Hopefully this video will open up your eyes. Hopefully, you understand? Who knows? You understand? This might be a video dudes are scared to watch. You know, I know how those go. You feel what I'm saying? So, but you know, the guys who are brave enough to watch this, to understand what's going on in the game, they will benefit the others. Oh, well, you feel me? But shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Iceberg S, Unique 79, April MC in the building. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Joe Blast is in the building. What's up? What's up? What's popping? So yeah, man, let's Rodell, what's going on? Lawrence, what up? Zati, what's good? What's good? Ty Jin, what's going on? So before we get into everything else, you feel what I'm saying? Before we get into everything else, let's just do this.
Everybody has game. The thing is though, is your game weak or is your game strong? See, that's the difference. See, having weak game is synonymous with having no game. But you have game, you have a strategy to get what you want, but your strategy might be weak.
I always tell these guys, snap your fingers. And I'll tell them, snap your fingers. Like, you hear that sound? I'm like, what is that sound? Bitch, that's a 17-year-old that just turned 18. That's a 19-year-old that just turned 21. They are just, they're everywhere.
Hi, how you doing? You think I give a fuck about how you doing, bitch? All I want you to motherfucking do is open your mouth and say something so I can hear how your voice sounds so it can tell me how the fuck to get at you.
Your feelings are not facts. Because you feel like whatever you feel like, you can't get me to believe that there's more than two genders. You understand what I'm saying? And truthfully, I'm not sorry because I can't really make facts out of your fucking feelings. Matter of fact, fuck your feelings. There's only two genders. Only two genders. You trying to tell me that genders are neutral and niggas is trying to come up with 92 fucking genders, bro.
There's this narrative now that it's okay for a man to cry, and it's really pushing this sensitivity, express yourself, express your feelings. One thing I've always respected about my father growing up, I never seen my dad cry. Me and him would get into arguments, we would go at it, we would fight. I would say the harshest things to him I could to hurt his feelings, but I never broke him.
Shoot, just the right pair of shoes get your dick sucked. Just the right pair of shoes. Women don't, seriously, you could look like Boris Joe. You'd be 6'8", you know, have a print down to your knee. They look at those shoes, they bust. They just like, oh no, not him. Nah, boo boo.
The bitches shine because of the nigga. Period. Like, and when it's functioning correctly, that's the way it is. So, on that note, dick is a gift. It's a gift. It's a gift.
You got to play your way from start to the end. That's having game. Because if you do that, what you expect is what's going to happen. See, don't no accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
We back, people. All right, so let's get it in. Let's go in, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Lawrence, Zati, Tyjin, Madman. What's going on, Daniel, Daryl? What's going on with you guys? Tampa Supreme. Shout out to Golden Binda. And man, it's gonna be crazy today. It's gonna be crazy. So, and remember, guys, if you have a question, put a Q in the chat. And if you want to call up, the call-in number is 516-387-1224. 516-387-1224. I'm going to try to keep this under an hour so that, keep this nice and compact and tight, because I got some other stuff I got to do. But I really, really wanted to get this message across, right? So I titled this, why men like Mr. Locario can take a chick, right? Why men like Mr. Locario can take a chick? What do I mean by men like me? I'm talking about men who have game and who understand women. You understand? Guys who really understand women, who really have game. A lot of dudes, unfortunately, don't have game, or I should say have weak game, And that causes them to be in situations that they don't want to be in with women. And they end up, getting upset. They start, getting what they would call a red pill raise. They go to the red pill, they get the red pill raise, they upset at the chicken, all this other stuff, right? What up, AT? Was popping? Certified Tyrone was good. Now, what I want you guys to understand is this. When I talk about, taking your chick or dude taking your girl, right? Dudes will say, you hear the phrase, Mr. Steal Your Girl, all that other stuff, right? No one can really steal your girl or take your girl. You understand? And to that extent. What I'm saying here is this, is that you have men who have game that will somehow, some way be in the vicinity of your woman. Your woman might run into these guys, right? And then it's a wrap for you. You understand what I'm saying? Because she's going to be so influenced by this guy that what's going to happen is that she's going to end up wanting to fuck with him and not with you. And the problem usually happens is that a lot of guys are with women who are settling for them, meaning that the woman that you with, she might be just settling for you. And so what happens is that she is, with, you, right? But she really wants another dude. And when that other dude comes along, right, she's going to want to fuck with that guy, right? Because, a lot of times you guys hear people talk about hypergamy and all that stuff in the red pill community, right? The reason why hypergamy is such a big deal and what hypergamy is supposed to be is that the woman is like, trading up, or she wants the bigger, better deal. She wants the guy who's better looking, has more money, whatever the fuck it is, right? That's the idea of it. Now, the reason why that is an issue is because what happens is that when you're a guy who has weak game, that woman usually has you as some sort of placeholder consciously or subconsciously. You understand? You're a placeholder, right? Like, she doesn't really want you. She's settling for you because what she really wants, she either can't get or hasn't met the guy yet. You understand what I'm saying? She either, can't get it or she hasn't met the guy yet, right? And so what happens is that if you're the guy who she's settling for, you're the guy who, she's just kind of like whatever with, you understand? And this is the funny part. Even if you're the guy that she's been with for a while and you're thinking things are cool and all that other stuff, what happens is that sometimes in these situations, right, the girl is tempted to cheat or is looking to cheat because the guy she's with doesn't necessarily excite her. You understand? He doesn't turn her on sexually like that. This is why a lot of times when you guys are in these relationships, if you see that your girl all of a sudden doesn't want to have sex anymore, she's like, I'm tired. You understand? You're like, oh, it's been like a few weeks since we had sex. That's because she was never really that interested in you in the first place, right? Now, there's two reasons why men like myself, men who have game, would be able to take your girl, right? Two reasons, just two main reasons. And I'm going to break it down in this video so that you guys can understand. But before I break that down, hold on. Let me play this commercial real quick because I got to put on some fans up in here before my camera goes crazy. But check these commercials out real quick, and we'll get back in a second.
You still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Topsoil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com. That's MrLocario.com. MrLocario.com.
All right, I'm back. I just have to set some shit up because I don't want the camera to be acting funny. Now, the two reasons why men like myself, men who have game, would be able to take your girl and shit's going to be difficult for you. The two reasons why this will happen is because of insecurity and ignorance. I'm going to say that again. It's because of insecurity and ignorance. Right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you example of each, of insecurity and ignorance. Right now, when I talk about, I'm going to start with insecurity. When I talk about insecurity, right, it shows in a lot of aspects of how you move out here in the game, right? It shows through your language, right? Miles talks about that a lot. It shows through the posts that you post on Instagram and Facebook, right? It shows in the things that you say publicly. It shows in what you say when you're talking to a girl. You understand? So your insecurity is showing. A lot of y'all don't realize your insecurity is showing, but it's showing. Because since you're insecure, whatever's on the inside is going to come out on the outside. You understand? So what you're saying, what you're doing, you're going to, a person can see that you're insecure. The woman can see that you're insecure. Right? And a dude who's, and when I say guys like me, you got to understand something. Right? Is that back in the day, I was a savage, bro. I'm talking about like, I would be in situations where like, I'm with a chick. I know she got a man. And I just didn't give a fuck. You understand what I'm saying? There were times where I wouldn't know the guy, but I would know of the guy. You understand? And I would fuck with his girl. And the reason why I would fuck with his girl is because I knew she didn't really like him. I could tell she didn't like him, and I could tell he was insecure. So I would just do my thing. And it was super easy. Super easy. I didn't even break a sweat. It was just like, it was too easy. And it was too easy because he was insecure and he was ignorant and he didn't know certain things. And the things that I knew, it was easy for me to get his girl. So what I'm saying is that you have a lot of guys out there who they're insecure and they're ignorant, and it's going to be easy for guys who, you understand, who know how to make shit happen with your chick. Now, I'm not saying this to scare dudes. I'm just saying this so that dudes understand that they have to understand the game. Right now, let me show you guys this screenshot of something I saw on my Facebook the other day, and it just had me shake my head. I was like, why are guys so fucking insecure? Why? You understand? And the dude, he thought he was saying some hot shit, but it was really some insecure shit, right? But let me show you this real quick. Let me get this screenshot real quick so I can show you guys what the fuck I'm talking about right now. Well, let me pull this off the joint real quick. Now look at this shit. Let me take off this banner so you can see the whole thing, right? He says, advice for men. Unfollow every chick on Instagram that wouldn't answer a DM from you. No models, no dancers, no fitness influencers. Stop being a part of their audience. Stop being a thirsty fan. See, if y'all didn't catch it already, let me read it again. He said, advice to men. Unfollow every chick on Instagram that wouldn't answer a DM from you. No models, no dancers, no fitness influencers. Stop being a part of their audience. Stop being a thirsty fan, okay? Guys, you have to understand that what's written in the post is insecurity. Look at this one more time. He says, unfollow every chick on Instagram who wouldn't answer a DM from you. So he's talking about models, dancers, fitness influencers. So he's basically saying all these hot chicks wouldn't answer a DM from you. Now, ask yourself this question. It's funny because the name on the thing was Red Pill Travels. But anyway, answer me this question. Why wouldn't the girl answer a DM from you? Huh? What makes you think that these women won't answer a DM from you? I don't know, maybe insecurity? See, I don't care if she would answer or not. I don't care if if you went and actually DM'd all these girls and none of them responded to you. I don't care about that. I care about the mindset of the man who thinks they wouldn't answer him. You see what I'm saying? So already from that shit, you can see that this person's insecure. He's insecure. So now what happens is that if he's in a situation where he somehow gets with some chick or tries to make something happen with a girl, do you think that girl's gonna really be attracted to him when he has that insecure type of mindset and that insecure energy? Or would she be settling for a guy like that? Right? She will most likely be settling for a guy like that. And the reason why women settle for guys is because the guys that they settle for, the guys who are going to give them attention that's non-sexual, meaning they'll still have sex with these guys, but they know that these guys will stick around. So they're settling for these guys, even though this guy may not be her first choice. Her first choice is a confident dude. You understand? Her first choice is a confident dude, a guy who's sure of himself, right? But this guy, he's insecure. He's not sure of himself. And so a chick will pick him or deal with him because for the time being, she don't got nobody else that she likes wanting to fuck with her. She still wants some attention. So she'll get with him. And this guy, this type of guy, right? He would actually feel lucky to have this woman because the way that he's so insecure, he'll feel good whenever a woman wants to fuck with him. And guys, you leave your questions in the chat, and I'm gonna get to them in a second. So I'm queuing all the questions. So if you have a question, put a Q in the chat, right? Now, what you have to understand is it's the mindset. He's insecure, and you can tell he's insecure based off of what he's writing. Because what makes him think these women wouldn't respond to him? Right now, either he tried to holler at some girls who didn't respond to him, and he came to that conclusion, or he didn't holler at anyone, and he just assumed that this would be how it will go. Right? So what happens is that because he's going to be a woman's second, third, or fourth choice, a dude with game is her first choice. So when the dude with game comes around, if he was a savage like how I was, you understand? Then what's going to happen is that he'll be able to take your girl. And that's because you're insecure. Right? Because you got that insecurity. Now, another big reason why shit is going to be an issue for guys is because of ignorance. Right? Ignorance, meaning that a lot of guys don't really know how women get down. And see, truthfully, I shouldn't even be talking about this because see, what happens is guys who get girls, what's really supposed to happen is we're supposed to keep our mouth shut, fuck the girls, and then those same girls are supposed to use the guys who are the beta males for everything else. You understand? To protect, provide, be that type of dude, whatever it is, right? So what happens is that beta males get upset, right? When they hear guys like myself talking about how much we fucking. Because the beta males is like, well, I'm not fucking like that. Like, what's the issue? What's going on? So I'm supposed to not say nothing because I'm actually fucking up the women's game by me talking shit. Because if you meet a girl that fucked a Mr. Locario or someone like me the first time she met him, but she's telling you got to wait 3 dates, you're going to feel some type of way. You understand? You're going to feel some type of way. But I'm letting you guys know because I don't want you to get caught up in the bullshit. Now, I was on Instagram the other day, right? And what happened was I posted a TikTok that I did. And all you guys should follow me on TikTok. Go to TikTok and just type in Mr. Locario. Follow me on there, right? So I posted a TikTok on there. And King League, I'm going to get to your question in a minute. I posted a TikTok on there as in a response to a video I was doing about body count, right? And then so I was like, a lot of these dudes are idiots when it comes to this whole body count thing, right? And I was saying that a lot of guys will say, well, you know what? I'd fuck a girl who has a high body count, but I'm not going to wife her up because if you wife her up, that means that she's not going to be a good wife and she's not going to, she can't pair bond and all that other dumb shit niggas been talking about forever on the internet. Right? So I said to these guys, I said, listen, can you please, I was begging these niggas. I said, could you please, from the bottom of my heart, can you please send me a fucking scientific study? Just one. I just need one. One actual scientific fucking study that tells me and teaches me all the shit you guys know. Because obviously I don't know. I'm ignorant. You understand? I just been living real life, having long-term relationships with women who have high body counts. But obviously dudes know something I don't know because there's these mythical, magical, scientific studies around that are saying that if a woman had a bunch of sex partners, she can't pair bond. She can't be in a long-term relationship. So I was begging these guys. I was like, could you please, I'm begging you, send me a study, please. Like an actual scientific study, because we have to know first, how the fuck did they even find out the accurate number of the women they were studying, right? Like, I'm just asking common sense questions. If it's all about the high body count, first of all, what is high? What do we mean when we talk about high? Is it 2? Is it 10? Is it 7? Is it 90? You understand what I'm saying? Shout out to my dude, Coach Justin, in the building. You understand what I'm saying? So first we got to determine what's high. Right? Now let's say, so Dandy said everybody count high after 30. So let's just use that as an example, right? It's just, let's just use that as an example. So now I want to know, before they did the study, because they're studying the body counts and the high body counts, and a woman who had a lot of body counts. I want to know, how did they get the accurate number? So how did they know she had 30 bodies or 29 bodies or 27 bodies or 35 bodies or 44 bodies? How do we accurately know? And the only logical way to find this out is to follow a woman 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, right? Up until the point she gets into a long-term relationship or married. You understand? You'd have to follow these women all day, and it would have to be a large number of women you're following 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with surveillance on them at all times. So I want to know, how did they do this in the scientific study to get it accurate? I want to know how they find these women and how did they determine how many sex partners they actually had. How? Right? I want to know, who are the scientists who did it, the study? Who are they? What other studies have they conducted? And I want to know, how did they conduct the studies? Like, was all the other, things in place and all the same, meaning everything was the same with all 1,000 or 10,000 women they studied, And the only thing that was different was the body count, meaning they were the same height, same race, same background on social, economic, all of that shit. You understand? So how do they do this? Right? So I'm begging them, please find me a study. Now, what happened is that in my inbox, all I got wasn't scientific studies. I got some shit from some websites from some professor in Utah named Nicholas Wolfganger or some shit like that, who supposedly just came up with some hypothesis of what he thought. He wasn't a scientist. He was some professor at Utah University somewhere. And then what happened is that some people took that, what he said, and then posted it around. So whenever I ask someone for scientific evidence, they show me that bullshit. They show me that chart. I'm like, where's the scientific study? Nobody's showing it to me. So this is what I'm saying, where it's ignorance. This is what I'm saying, it's ignorance. Now, what's funny is that some of the dudes that sent me stuff, this one dude, he sent me another chart that said the chart was like, oh, over time, this woman who has multiple sex partners, this is what happened. And again, what he sent me didn't show me how in the fuck did they determine the amount of men she's actually slept with. How? What the woman just walked into the study and said, hey guys, I only slept with 3 guys in my life. And they said, okay, cool, what study you? And the next woman said, hey guys, I only had sex with 2 people in my life. And what? Even if that happened, how the fuck you know they telling the truth? You understand what I'm saying? Now, so these guys sent me these studies, which weren't scientific study. It was just some nigga's thoughts. You understand what I'm saying? From keepfamiliesalive.com or some other weird ass shit website. Right? I'm begging you guys, please. I want you guys to shut me the fuck up. You understand what I'm saying? I need for someone to please send me an actual scientific study. That's all I'm asking. Please. I will pay you motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? Name your price. Because if this is something that important, you would think that these guys would actually really be about what the fuck it is instead of just regurgitating shit they heard from some other nigga. You understand? So, Go Justin said, and even if they're telling the truth, how did they determine that it was the number of sexual partners that was the issue? Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Do people understand how complex a relationship is? You understand? Now, what's funny is this. Let me show you this. I'm gonna show you this screenshot real quick. I'm gonna show you guys the screenshot real quick. So I was on Instagram. This dude sent me a fucking, he sent me another one of those charts, and I'm like, okay, bro, so where's the science in this? You're still not showing me, right? So then he sent me a message saying this, and I'm gonna read the message he sent, and I'm gonna read my response. He said, bro, because we're talking about body counts. He said, bro, you see a slut when she get married, she still keeps sleeping around doing what she used to do. The words she belongs to the streets ain't made for nothing. True wife is a virgin. Others are concubines for recreations. Okay, let me hit the button real quick. Right? So basically what he's saying is that, if these chicks out here, they're sluts. So, and this is what I'm talking about with ignorance. He's saying the chicks out here are sluts, and what's going to happen is when she gets married, she's going to want to keep sleeping around because that's what she's used to doing. So this is what I responded, and I said to him, I said, a woman who is married isn't going to go sleeping around just because she was sleeping around when she was single. She's supposed to be sleeping around when she's single. By your logic, that would mean that if you're unemployed and would sleep in and get up late because you can, since you have no job, that you would continue to sleep in and get up late whenever you finally are hired and now have a job. And I say, you see how ridiculous that sounds? So basically what he's saying is that if a woman has a high body count, she's been fucking a bunch of dudes when she was single, when she gets into a relationship, that what's going to happen is she can't help herself. She's going to keep fucking other guys when she's in this monogamous relationship. Right? And this is what I'm saying with ignorance. He doesn't understand certain information. Like I said, that's like if you are unemployed and you've been waking up every day at 10 o'clock because you ain't have no job. And then you finally go to an interview and you get a job and you got to be at work at 7:30 in the morning. That's like saying, well, you know, since you've been waking up at 10 o'clock for the past year, you can't do this job because this job's at 7:30. And you're going to want to keep waking up at 10 o'clock because, you know, you've been waking up at 10 o'clock. So how the fuck are you going to actually go to do this job? Huh? I don't know. Maybe when you get the job, since you get the job, you're adjusting to what entails for you to keep the job. The same way when a woman is single and she's fucking and she gets into a monogamous relationship, she would adjust what she's doing to stay in the monogamous relationship if she wants to be faithful and keep the relationship going, huh? This is what I'm saying when I'm talking about ignorance. See, your ignorance is going to make it to where you don't really understand what's going on with women. And then so what happens is when you don't understand what's going on with women, you don't understand what's happening when you're dealing with a woman. And then the guy who knows how to deal with women, the guy who understands women, the guy who has game, when he comes over and fucks your bitch, don't cry. Understand? Don't cry. I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want to hear you doing this shit.
I don't know what to do. Oh my God, Facebook, help me. I can't believe this shit.
That's gonna be
all these months I've been dealing with her. And I just thought she was official. She lied to me.
Because in that same thread, the guy, and I didn't take all the screenshots, but in the same thread, he was like, but you don't understand, Locario, women don't like sex as much as men. Really? Really? Women don't like sex as much as men? Huh? And see, again, when guys are ignorant, this is their conclusions. Because the reason why a man would say women don't like sex as much as men is because they're on the receiving end of not getting pussy. They're the ones where the woman is saying, I'm tired tonight, honey. I'm just so tired. She ain't tired. She just don't want to fuck you. Come on, guys. She's not tired. She don't want to fuck you. You understand? But see, when she doesn't want to fuck you, this is why you think women don't like sex much as us. Because you're like, I want to fuck, but she don't want to fuck. But she's not fucking because she don't like fucking or she don't like it as much as you. She just don't like you as much as you like her. She don't like you that much. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that the guy's ignorance is going to make him attack the game a certain way. He's going to go about the game a certain way. Because if you think women don't like sex as much as you, then what you going to do? You're going to be like, oh, well, I can't let her know I want to have sex. I can't try to have sex with her now because women aren't like that. I got to take her out on 3 dates and get her. I got to build rapport. I got to get her comfortable with me. I got to build some rapport, guys. You understand? I don't want her to give me that last minute resistance. So I got to build rapport and do all this other PUA stuff. You understand what I'm saying? See, he sent me another screenshot. And this screenshot says, sex drive. Men have sex drives 9 times that of women. Now, this isn't the guy who wrote this. The guy who sent me I was going back and forth in the inbox. He sent me this from somebody else called Aaron Clary. So he says, men have sex drives 9 times that of women. This lopsidedness prevents excessive childbirth. If women had the same sex drives as men, the human race would outbreed its food supply in a week. But there's also an ancillary, I can't even see what I'm reading, benefit to such mismatched sex drives. Because in forcing men to meet the finicky and higher standards women require to have sex, it forces them into an evolutionary arms race of perpetual competition and self-improvement. What? 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 I mean, shout out to Aaron and Clary. I'm not too familiar with him. His name sounds familiar, but he said, because in forcing men to meet the finicky and higher standards women require to have sex, it forces them in an evolutionary arms race of perpetual competition and self-improvement. See, what he's saying isn't actually all the way wrong, though. But guess what? He's talking about beta males. You understand? Everything he's talking about in this passage is about a beta male. You understand? Because he's talking about, basically what he's saying is that because the women is like fickle, the guy it forces the guy to improve himself in order to get the girl to want to fuck with him. Right? And he's saying that, men have sex drives 9 times that of women. No. Women like to fuck. They like to fuck. Guys, do you know what? You ever heard of a term called nymphomaniac? You ever heard of a term called nymphomaniac? You know what that is? That's a term that they made up that's supposed to mean a woman who has an insatiable sex drive. A woman who likes to fuck. Right? They had to come up with a term for them to, understand that women like dick. You understand?
Dick is a gift.
They're like, well,
it's a gift.
These women, they don't really like sex that much. So, if this woman likes to fuck, then she's a nymphomaniac. We're going to call her that, yes. Because, women, come on, man. Exactly. Coach, as you say, he's also on my purgation. Most women fucking aren't having babies. Facts. See, women, right? Women, they don't get horny just when they're ovulating, meaning when it's the time where they could get pregnant. You understand? Women want to have sex even when it's like the least likely time where they'll get pregnant. You understand? See, what's funny is dudes think that women don't like sex, right? Until they meet a woman who can do it more than they can do it. You understand? Like dudes is like, man, I would love, I want a woman who wants to fuck all the time. And then you meet a woman who wants to fuck all the time. You understand what I'm saying? But this is what I'm talking about with insecurity and ignorance. Insecurity and ignorance is going to cause you to be on a certain side of the spectrum when it comes to the game. And then you're always at the mercy of the niggas who have game. You understand? Like, let me tell you guys something. There were times where I had to talk a woman who I was fucking with to not leave her man. You understand? I had to talk the woman into not leaving her man. She's like, oh, I want to be with you. I'm like, no, 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 no. Stay with that nigga. You understand what I'm saying? Stay with that dude. Like, I think Keith Zagan was talking about this one time about how he had to like he basically was the side dude and he kept the relationship going. You understand? Aces, you said, where are all these women that want to fuck all the time? I want to know. Oh my goodness. Aces. You have to become the guy they want to fuck. You understand? You have to become the guy they want to fuck. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, the guys that they want to fuck, they fuck. And they want to fuck them a lot. You understand? See, certain guys who have game, right? I'm not pointing any fingers, but certain guys who have game, they're experiencing a whole different thing. You understand what I'm saying? They're experiencing a whole different thing. So what you have to understand is that the language exposes, the stuff you're saying exposes whether or not you're insecure or ignorant. Y'all don't understand how horny women get. Y'all don't understand it. Let me take some of these questions real quick, and then I'm gonna head up out of here. So Terrence said, Mr. Locario, why should you continue to follow some women who doesn't answer your DM? Isn't that time wasting? What is what I'm saying? If you following a chick, right, on Instagram, right, you follow her only because you should only follow her if you're interested in following her page. If you're following her only to get at her, you understand what I'm saying? And then you get mad that she don't get at you and then you unfollow, that's some insecure simping ass shit, because you're only doing it because you're thinking, oh, that's gonna get you popping. Right now, if you're like, hey, you know what? This chick, she's cute. Let me go DM her. You don't have to follow her to DM her. You understand what I'm saying? So if you just want to DM her, just DM her. But you don't got to follow her. But what I'm saying is that if you have that sort of energy where you're like, oh man, like, shit, I was following this girl and I tried to holler at her. She didn't respond. So fuck that bitch. It's like, bruh. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's some goofy ass shit. Let me go to the next question. So it says, what incentive does a woman have in trusting any woman? What incentive does a woman have in trusting any woman if she can get so easily influenced by a side guy? Was he trying to say any man? I'm confused by that, King Lee. You gotta. Were you trying to say what incentive does any man have in trusting any woman if she can get so easily influenced by a side guy? Maybe that's what you were trying to say. Right? So This is the thing. Understand that when you're dealing with a woman, you want to be number one. I'm gonna say that again. When you're dealing with a woman, you want to be number one. What does that mean? You want to be her first choice. See, a woman can have a lot of first choices, meaning that if you're hooking up with a girl, all first choice means is that you're like the top choice for her when she's choosing a guy that she likes, meaning when there's a bunch of dudes, she's like, this is who I like. This is my type. This is the type of man I want to fuck with. So a girl you're dating could be dating 4 other dudes, right? And you and one other guy could be her top choice, and the other 3 is just second, third choice that she just kind of like on some whatever shit. But you want to be the top choice. And so when you're the top choice, what happens is that you're in most cases influencing her more than any other guy. You understand what I'm saying? See, a lot of guys, unfortunately, because they don't have any game, they sort of want the woman to be a certain way so that they as men don't have to step up the game. That's why guys are so feel some type of way about body counts. You understand? They want for the body count pair bonding thing to be true so that they can shame women and say, hey, ladies, keep your legs closed. You understand? Keep your legs closed, because if you keep your legs closed, that means that other dudes ain't gonna fuck you, and I don't gotta compete with these other niggas that's fucking you. That's all it is. That's all that's about. I don't want you to fuck other niggas before me because I don't want you comparing me to other niggas because I don't think I'm a match up or I can't compete with them niggas. That's it. That's all it is. Hold on, let me see. I think Terrence, you said, so Locario, so you're saying you're insecure if you unfollow a woman for leaving you on scene. I don't agree on how this makes you insecure. Goes same ways with online dating. A matching makes you insecure. No. You're missing my point. What I'm saying is that if you're following the girl, right? And then you're like, what I'm saying is you follow her first and then you're DMing her, right? And then she doesn't respond, leave you on red or whatever the fuck it is, and then you unfollow her, right? Why did you follow her in the first place? Because you didn't want to follow her, you just wanted to holler at her. So you don't need to follow to holler. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the fact that you're going through all of that shit, right? That's showing insecurity. That's on some simping shit because you're like, oh, it's like it's the equivalent of a guy going up to a girl and talking to her for like 2 hours about nothing. And then you fucking you get her you get her number, right? And then you hit her up and you say, yo, come over my place and let's fuck. And she's like, fuck, like, right? What you mean? I ain't like that, whatever. And you're like, man, fuck this bitch. And you block her and you delete her number. And you're like, man, and you complaining with your boys. Man, I was talking to this chick for like 2 hours, wasting my time. So if you just wanted to fuck her, why are you talking to her for 2 hours? Why are you doing all the extra shit? That's what I'm saying. If you're just trying to DM her to fuck or to see what's popping, why are you following her? You understand? So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Also, y'all saying that if her account is, hold on, Chris the player said, what if her profile is private and it's the only way to DM her? I would unfollow her. I would unfollow her immediately if I was left on red. Well, see, this is why I tell you guys to go to badboymembership.com, right? Because I have a whole program on how to holler at chicks on social media. You understand what I'm saying? Because what I would say is this. Hold on, let me save this real quick. My bad. Hold on. I'm gonna get to that question in a second. What I would say is this: is that when you're on Instagram, right? Can't you send a fucking comment under a picture? That's all I'm gonna say for right now. But you guys gotta get the fucking of the membership to go deeper into what I'm saying. Leo who said they argued about how they got shut down. Move on. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. So you're trying to tell me, oh, so you're saying that if she's private, you can't do shit. So my question is this: if the chick is private, then how the fuck do you even see her pictures to see how she look? What, that little circle at the top? That's what y'all doing? Is that what we doing? Like, why are you focusing on one chick anyway like that? Go to another chick. Like, how do you even see how the chick look in that little circle, the little picture? Let me get to some more of these questions real quick, and then I'm gonna get back to that. Well, you said you don't really touch on making out with a chick. Is making out necessary on the first date, or should you go straight to sex? Most girls today don't really kiss anymore. Yes, they do kiss, bro. What are you talking about? you said, hold on. You said you don't really touch or touch on making out with a chick. Yes, I do. You should be making out on the first date. You should be kissing because you want to see if the girl has sexual interest. You understand? If she's not kissing you, she's not feeling you. You understand? Turns, you said you saying you're insecure to unfollow a broad that's private after scoping out her pictures. No, I'm saying if the account is private, right? And you can't see no pictures or nothing, right? Until you add her or you try to request it or some shit like that, and she adds you, right? What I'm saying is that there's ways where you can interact with the chick where most likely she's going to respond to your message. But I'm not going to tell you that because it's in the program I have. That's what I'm trying to say. And in the program, it talks about something with their pictures. You understand? That I'm not going to explain now because that's the shit that I, teach the guys on the joint. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. But even before that, I'm like, why are y'all going so crazy over a chick who has a private account? Just move on to a chick who doesn't have a private account. That's what I'm trying to say from the beginning. What I'm saying is when I'm saying where you unfollow the girl and you got to do all this other shit. What I'm saying is you're already doing too much to try to get access to her. What's so special about that chick who has the private account that you got to go through all of that? You understand what I'm saying? What's so special about it? That's all I'm saying. You said, what is true style? Every man dresses differently. Is the man who wears a dope leather motor jacket and shirt with the jeans more fly than a guy who dresses like a skateboarder or a street ball player? No. You got to have your own style. I talk about that in my book right here. How to have sex 2 women a day. Right? You have your own personal style. If you look good in whatever you're wearing, you understand what I'm saying? Or whatever your like like to put on and you like the way your shit looks, you understand? Then you look good in your shit. As long as you look good in what you're wearing, then you're good. So what else we have here? So it says, Locario, if a girl giggles when you compliment her ass, is it, and ass, and she blushes, is it safe to say she is feeling you sexually all the time, or do some girls just like the attention? Well, yeah, some girls go like the attention, but sometimes it means she's feeling you. But this is why you still gotta flirt and see her reaction. You understand? So if she's doing that reaction, then you just continue and keep flirting, keep building sexual tension. You understand? Kinley, you said, Locario, can't your girl cheat on you even if you're alpha? Yes. Yes, she can, but it's going to be more likely she's not, though. Or this is what I'm trying to say. If she's dealing with you when you're an alpha male and she's dealing with a guy who's a beta male, it's easier for her to cheat on the beta male because she can upgrade to the alpha male. But if she already has an alpha male, her cheating on the alpha male may make her lose the alpha male. You understand? So that's what I'm talking about. You said, would you agree that moving in with a chick after just 1 year of dating is not the best move? Yes, it is not the best move, bro. Don't do it. Do not do that shit. You got to vet her just to even have her as a girlfriend by that time. All right, let me do this. Hold on. Did that question. You said, what if my chick is a white supremacist? You still going to take her? Nah, I'm good. Oh my goodness. Okay, we already answered that one. Hold on. Let me see what the next one is. You said, how do you know you are her first choice? That's a good question. You know you're her first choice if when you first start fucking with her, she listens to what you're saying, does what you want to do without any hesitation, and it's all cooperative energy, and she's compliant. This is what I was talking about in the other video I did yesterday, where I said to test to see if the girl is really feeling you, you need to give her some directions, give her instructions. And if she's doing that without any hesitation, right, what's going to happen is that she's going to be the type of chick who really is fucking with you. But if you're the type of motherfucker that she's giving you friction, then most likely you're not her first choice. You understand? So it says, what do you think about getting back with exes if years have passed? I would say not really, no. I say don't even bother. You got to move forward, bro. You got to move forward. Hold on. Laura said, look, I have a question about the women that we often call attention whores. Who are these women actually fucking? Are they fucking some guys, or do they just want to suck up all the attention? No, attention whores have guys they fuck. They're just an attention whore with you. You understand? They're just an attention whore with you. You understand? So if the thing is if she's being an attention whore with you, it doesn't necessarily mean that she's not fucking anybody, because she's fucking somebody. You understand what I'm saying? It's just not you. Okay, why he sent me this like a million times. Hold on. Bill Perky said, Locario, what if I don't like kissing random girls that I just met? Well, find girls you want to kiss. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't want to kiss the girl, then you ain't really feeling her. Period. See, people be like, well, I don't like to do this, and I'm not. No, you just don't like that person. Find girls you like, and then you would want to kiss them. Like when a girl's like, I don't kiss on the first date. No, she don't like kissing you. That's why she ain't kissing you. You understand? Terrence said, Mr. Carr, I see what you're saying, but if a girl that's private and you DM her no matter what, she's just ain't interested, you're not insecure if you unfollow her. You want to follow broads that leave you on scene, go on. No. This is what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is that if the girl is on private, right, and you're trying to holler at her, right, and you try to get, so what I'm saying is it's on private, you gotta fucking add her in order to say anything to her. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that you're already doing way too much in the first place to get at her. Because when you were first talking about it, I thought you was just talking about a chick just that is not on private. You randomly followed her and then you're trying to DM her and then you unmatch her. You know what I mean? You unfollow her. That's what I thought you were first talking about. But now that you're talking about a chick that's on private, the fact that you would actually even go through all of that to get to a girl on private and then unfollow or unmatch her or unfollow her, whatever, after all of that, the fact that you're going through all of that in the first place, you understand, is the issue. So insecure is probably the wrong word, but what I'm saying with this specific thing is that you're being a little too thirsty. You understand what I'm saying? You're doing way too much, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. You're doing way too much. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You're doing way too much. That's like if you go on a dating site and a chick is like, hey, because you'll see this sometimes. A chick will be like, hey, I don't usually answer messages on here, but follow me on Instagram and DM me and talk. No, I'm not doing all of that. You understand what I'm saying? Go for the chicks who have a public profile that you can holler at. Because what I'm saying is that if you're going through all of that and then gonna unfollow the chick because of that, you understand what I'm saying? You've done too much. So you said, so if you followed a private girl and DM'd her and tried to get at her and she left you on scene, what are you doing? Follow her? No, I'm not trying to get at a girl who has a private account. That's what I'm trying to say. Because what I'm saying is this, because Terrence, I want you to understand the issue that I'm trying to explain to you. Right? If you're going to holler at this chick, right? Or just look at it this way. You requested the girl to follow her. She fucking says yes to follow her, right? So now you're following her page. Right? And then what happens is you hit her up and she looks at your message and she just doesn't respond to your message. And then right after that, you unfollow her. Now, let's say, for just sake of argument, Terrence, let's say sake of argument, right? She goes back to your page for some reason. And now she sees that you unfollowed her. Right? Let's say she was going to respond back to you or whatever it is like that. So now what happens is in that situation, right? She knows you just follow her to try to get at her. And now that she didn't respond to you, now you're unfollowing. You understand? But even beyond that, what happens is that your mindset of how you get at chicks is that you're willing to go above and beyond to get at a woman that you don't even know. You understand? You don't even know this chick and you're doing extra work to try to get at her. Why, Terrence? Why? You understand? Why? Why not just go to another chick's page when there's bazillion women on Instagram that you can holler at, but you're going all the way through this shit to try to get at some girl? Why? Because that says something about how you interact with women. You see what I'm saying? Like, imagine you, Terrence, think about this. Think about this. Imagine you went to a store or a restaurant or some shit and you saw a girl who works there or whatever, right? And, you thought she was cute. But you didn't really say nothing to her at that time, but you was like, damn, that chick is hot. I want to holler at her. And you go back to the restaurant and she's not there that day, the next day. And you say, hey, there's this girl that was working at the counter yesterday. Is she in today? And they're like, no, oh, that's Stephanie. She comes in on Friday. And you're like, all right, cool. So then you go all the way back to fucking the restaurant on Friday just to see this girl you don't even know. Why are you going out of your way? Just find another girl you have access to. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Terrence. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So he said, look, I see your point, but I'm not continuing to follow a girl that leaves me unseen, call it thirsty, insecure, but no, I'm not. No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying to continue to follow her. Remember, I was going off the premise of you following a woman that I thought wasn't in a private account. I thought you was just randomly following a woman who has her account open. So what I was saying is that if her account was open, you could have just DM'd her and then just call it a day. But now that you're saying the account is private, what I'm saying is, why are you wasting a lot of time trying to go and jump through a hoop to holler at a girl whose account is private? When you could just holler at a girl whose account isn't private. That's all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying. Hold on, let me see. You said, what if the girl's not as compliant when you first meet her, but later on she's on point? That just means she has medium interest. That's it. That means she has medium interest in you, which is why she wasn't on point. Compliant at first, and now she is. That's it. So, Mr. Carr, if a woman have the same sex drive as a man, why are they more discriminate? Guys, women are not more discriminate. They're not. See, let me explain to you guys how it works with women, right? Women are out here fucking the guys they want to fuck. When they find good dick, a lot of times they will have those fuck buddies around. And then they will continue to find new guys that they like and have sex with them. Now, what happens is this. If 100 guys walk into a room, a woman might off the bat say, I would fuck 3 or maybe 5 of these guys out of the 100. And then the 95 guys say, Locario, well, if women have such a high sex drive, how come they're not fucking all 95 of us? Because they're fucking the 5 guys. You understand what I'm saying? And so another 100 guys come into the room, and then they fuck 5 more out of the 100, and then another 95 niggas ain't getting no pussy. So you have to ask yourself, are you the 5 guys or are you the 95 guys? Which group are you in? You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. You said, can a girl calling you mean while giggling and flirting, or would you feel the need to check her? What? Calling you mean while giggling? Bro, you got to understand tone and context, and that will let you know what it is. If a girl's giggling and flirting, you understand, and calling you mean and shit, that's just flirting based off the tone of what of how she's doing it. You see what I'm saying? So what is the best way to tell a girl you're in an open relationship? You just tell her. You understand what I'm saying? Just let her know. What should I do if I'm not a priority to a woman? Find a woman who you're a priority to. That's it. During a recent threesome with my girl and another chick, I accidentally came from the other chick puss instead of my girl, and now she's mad. How do I deal with this? Nigga, you fucked up. You listen, threesome etiquette is you do not come with the other girl. You come with your girlfriend. So you're just gonna have to like do better next time, bro. You said Locario, for Christ's sake, April herself is private. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. If I didn't know April and I was on Instagram and I saw that her account was private, I wouldn't bother. You understand what I'm saying? I would not bother. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, it's really simple, guys. It's really simple. Jay Williams said, I take about 3 shots of liquor before dates to get in my zone. When I do that, things go well and I ended up smashing. When I'm sober, the vibe is completely different and I don't smash. Why is that? Well, the thing is, it sounds like you just got that liquid courage, bro, and you need to learn how to have some fun sober. You feel what I'm saying? But real quick, I got 3 calls. I'm gonna take these real quick, and then we're gonna head up out of here because I gotta head out here like right now. Let's go to 404. What's popping? Who this?
Hey, Mr. Locario, this is Leo. How you doing?
What up, my brother? Did you donate?
I did.
What's good? What up?
Just wanted to make this short and give you a testament, a real life example. This happened last on New Year's Eve, which was a few days ago. One thing I learned from you is just to get to the point and tell women what you want. So I matched with this woman on Bumble on New Year's Eve. She was bored, and it looks like half of the population of women are bored, honestly. So I asked her what she was doing. She said, I'm just drinking wine, doing nothing. So I told her, let's get over the phone. So we talked over the phone for a little bit. And then I started really just like seducing her over the phone and just talking dirty. And I'm not used to that type of talk, but I was like, you know what? It's a new year. Let me try something new for once.
Right.
So talking dirty to her, and she started getting horny and getting aroused, and she started coming on the phone. I was like, dang, I've got to keep going. And then literally sent me her address while we were talking.
Right.
And she was like, if you want to fuck, just come over and fuck me. And within half an hour, I was at her place and we smashed, and that was it.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. I love it.
So the biggest lesson that I learned from is being aggressive and being assertive, because women love sex just as much as we do.
Exactly.
Not surprised.
That's facts. That's facts, man.
So it's just a shout out to you, and people do not be afraid, asking for the things that you want in life. Just go for it, because you got nothing to lose.
Facts.
Thank you, Mr. Locario.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate it. Love hearing that, bro. All right, so let's go to 713 and then 201, and then we out of here. 713, what's popping?
Oh, yes, sir. How you doing, Mr. Locario? This is the monogamous player, and yes, sir, I donated.
What up? Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What's going on?
Yes, sir. Yes, and I already know that you kind of rushing, so I don't really want to go too long. Maybe you can just talk about this or elaborate a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Another time, but I just wanted to put this question out there. Now, for me as a person, Mr. Locario, I've been on both ends. I've been on the monogamous side, and I also been on the side where I was fucking a lot of females out of eye and doing all that and whatever, right? But you remember when you and Miles, we was talking before, I think it was on New Year's or whatever, around that time, we were talking about the fact that, at a certain level in the game, guys need to start, focusing more on the non-sexual benefits versus the sexual benefits, with women, or with the one woman that they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like the things outside of sex actually weighs way more and has way more value just than the sex. And I feel like, a lot of guys, they devalue that because they're so focused on the sex, and that in a monogamous situation, that might what makes them want to like, go out here and have sex and do all that type of stuff if that's what they chose to do. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But I'm asking this because there was 2 or 3 videos that is just allowing my question to stem from, right? I remember it was a video maybe like 2 or 3 years ago that you did, and you were saying that you can learn a lot from happily married men. And then, the situation with me and you and Miles was just talking about the non-sexual benefits for a woman. And then also, I remember one time you said a video that you said it actually takes more game to be with one woman because being with one woman for a long period of time is actually equivalent to dealing with 10 to 15 different women, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying this because I know, not everybody's going to be like you, Mr. Locario, where, they got multiple women or they're dealing with, multiple women on a high level. You see what I'm saying? Which is okay. You know what I'm saying? For some guys, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that you're not a player if you're only dealing with one woman. You see what I'm saying? So I was asking that if you're making sure that you're getting the non-sexual benefits that you need from a woman and you have vetted her, that a monogamous situation, and when I say monogamous, I'm not talking about sex, I'm talking about just simply building with one woman that can actually work. You see what I'm saying? I just want to see your take on that. And as I say, I believe in both being in open relationships and monogamy. It just depends on where you are in life and who you're dealing with.
Right. Yeah. I mean, well, again, everything depends on the guy. It depends on what you want, what you're about, and what's going to make you happy in the relationships you have. You feel what I'm saying? So a guy has to really be honest with himself first. Then he'll be able to get exactly what he wants, when it comes to the game. Right. You see what I'm saying? But the problem is that a lot of guys end up doing things not because they want to do it, but because they think they're supposed to do it, or because everybody else is doing it, and that's where they run into trouble because now they're doing something that's not really them, and then therefore they don't really get the best result, and they don't really get the type of respect or cooperation from a woman because those guys aren't really standing on what they're trying to stand on. You see what I mean?
Right. That's true. Right. And as you say, man, a lot of guys try to live other guys' lives, and when they really just need to live their life, like for them in their situation, 3 girls might work for you. You see what I'm saying? But for this other guy, 1 girl might work for him. You know what I'm saying? Versus him messing with 3 girls, and then even though you're messing with 3 girls, you're not getting that. I remember you also said another video that you can mess with multiple women, but since you're not with them, you're not going to get that level type of energy. Right. So I've been in that situation. That's when at a time or at a moment in time, I realized I'm like, you know what? I'm giving these girls, saying too much dick gifts, but I'm not getting nothing back. And that's when I started really wanting more than this sex outside of this. When when dealing with women, I started to want more or expect more or have high expectations. Right. Because at a point, sex got dry. You know what I'm saying? When you do it so many times, it's like, okay, and you even talked about that. So I'm just saying, like, it depends on where you at and what you want. Like, if you live your life the way you're supposed to live it, you know what I'm saying? Whether you are a monogamous guy or you and a guy that's dealing with multiple women, whatever works for you, but live your life. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, maybe some guys be thinking like, they're trying to live Mr. Locario lives when they just need to live their life, and they need to dissect the game even deeper to get back what they need to get back to order to fix whatever they need to fix within their lives. You know what I'm saying? Not try to live your life. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Now, so that's some real shit. That's some real shit, man. Now, I appreciate that, my brother. I'm a holla. All right, let's go to 201, and then we out of here. 201, what's popping? Who this?
Hey, this is Billy. I donated cash up.
All right, appreciate it. Let's go.
Yeah, no, it sounded like monogamous player was just saying that to cope with something. I'm just playing. What's it called? So, I actually value your time, so I'm gonna ask my question next time because I know you gotta go. But Happy New Year, Mr. Locario, and enjoy giving that BBC out tonight. All right?
This nigga, he's ridiculous. Hi, bro, Mala. All right, so King Leak said so. They have sex drive for a small amount of men. No, they have a sex drive for. Listen, if a woman meets, let's say, 500 guys, and out of every 100, she likes 5 dudes. Right? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That's 25 niggas she want to fuck. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. So they're going to fuck the guys that they want to fuck. You see what I'm saying? Just be the guy she wants to fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, go. So you prove my point, Ms. Locario. Us as men want to fuck 95 out of 100. Women want to fuck 5 out of 100. You guys, your language is showing the goofiness. Your language is showing the goofiness. Y'all do not want to fuck 95 out of 100 women. You don't. You think you do because you're thirsty right now, but you don't. If you was at a party, right, and there was 100 women, you'd probably see less than 10 women you thought were like 7, 8, 9s, or 10s. Yeah, unless you're at like some sort of Victoria's Secret model party, or you're at a party at some high-end spot where, you understand what I'm saying? But in general, like if you go to like a regular bar on a regular day, you understand what I'm saying? Like unless you're in a spot like a Miami, some spots in New York and shit, you understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna want to fuck all of these chicks. I'm telling you, you're not. Because see, that right there is desperation, what you're saying right there. Everyone talking about she hungry. Shit, I'm hungry too. God damn it, I'm hungry too. I'm about to end this shit so we get some to eat. But listen, but this is what I'm saying, guys. Y'all guys have to stop with the insecurity shit and learn more about the game, so y'all don't have that ignorant mindset. Like this is what just like we were saying earlier. You understand? Like the dude who left the comment, he's talking about, yo, oh, I would want to fuck. Oh, no, you would not. No, you would not. You understand? It's like when you're hungry, like how I'm hungry right now. You feel like you can eat a bunch of shit because it's like your stomach is growling. You're hungry. You're like, I can eat all of this shit. I can eat everything. And then you eat a few things and you're like, all right, I'm full. I thought I could eat all this shit, but I'm actually full now. You understand? But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I'm about to end it off here. Make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you guys check out that Game Kings and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And yeah, man, appreciate y'all tuning in. And I will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. I'm out.
When it comes to being a man, it's about being that rock. It's about being stable.
So first, you're going to have to find discipline within yourself. Do you have that type of discipline? Do you even have the heart to be ruthless?
Women need leadership. It is in their nature to seek out leadership.
You can't do it 99 because all that's part of a man. You got to do it 100.
Apparently, these women out here having sex with somebody. Apparently, they're getting pregnant with somebody. Shoot, somebody getting some.
You should look at something like hypergamy and allow it to inspire you to always be evolving, getting better, expanding, developing.
There are things you know, there are things you don't know. Then there are things you don't know you don't even know.
There can be 10 of us in one room, and there's one question, and there's 10 correct answers, all different.